credit card bills are arriving. The snow isn't cute anymore. The reality of holiday spending is like settling in. So how do we start to feel financially this year? How do we start the year in a way that is a little bit different than how we usually start the year when it comes to how we think of our finances?
One of the things that we can do is start with the way we talk with or about ourselves when it comes to money. And that's especially important right now on Blue Monday because, you know, we'll start to do exactly what you were saying. We're going to get those credit card bills in, we open them and start to speak negatively about ourselves and about our decisions right away. The thing is, we can't move forward with our gaze looking backwards. So to get to where we want to go, we've got to focus our energy and our gaze towards what we want.
I love that. Stop looking back. It's time to look forward. Let's start bringing the sunshine with maybe the words we use to describe our financial situation. So what do you suggest? How do we start?
Well, one thing first is to give ourselves grace because we have just been through a lot, right? We're dealing with inflation. We're dealing with rising interest rates. These have all been financial pressures that we've taken on, right? So acknowledging that, and you know, in acknowledging that, I've put together a active statement to help, right? And it is, I give myself the grace of understanding with the commitment to move forward. So every element of this statement prioritizes the way that you feel and what you're going to do about it. Because you're giving yourself grace and understanding, not excuses, because now you're focused on where you want to go and the actions that you're going to take to create that.
What a beautiful way to live, though, to understand, and it's not just finances. I think we need to think about this all the time with our health, with everything. Give yourself grace.
Yes.
You did what you did. Now, what are we doing to move forward to feel better about this? And this goes for folks that are dealing with financial hardships due to the holidays and folks that are just dealing with financial hardship in general. Because it is mean out in these streets right now when it comes to money. People are hurting and people are struggling. And so I think a lot of folks are dealing with the reality that there's just fewer dollars to go around.
Absolutely.
To eat, to pay rent, to do all of the things. So this statement's great, and I think we should all say it together, right? We've got it up there. So just to really get it into our mind. So give yourself the grace of understanding with the commitment to move forward, okay? Beautiful for all of us. And you said these words with Nadine, one of our Dream Team candidates, and it was a beautiful, sort of liberating and empowering statement. So it's something that we want to keep in mind all the time.
It is something that applies to so much of our life.
Forgive yourself. It's okay what you did, and now let's move forward. How are we going to fix it or change it? So I know you're all about bridging sort of that gap between the way we feel about money and the actions we take, which is why I love you, Martha. So what are some things that you can suggest that we do in order to eliminate this credit card situation in the future? Because this is not the sort of thing you want to keep revisiting every January or every month.
Absolutely. So I love the idea to create that. I love the idea of looking at debt and shifting that word to past. Right?
Past.
So it was once, it isn't anymore.
Oh, got it.
Right? And so here are 5 kind of strategies that you can put in place to help you create that.
Okay. So
the first is starting with an abundance mindset, right? So this is key to success in this process. So, because often we'll look at everything we can't do, let's instead look at everything we can and what we do have. So one thing you can do is to start to shop your closet, right? Shop your pantry, shop even your makeup drawer, right? Now that you have that abundance mindset, you can now connect to your finances, right? So you're going to start to look at your ins and outs and paying particular attention to those reoccurring monthly expenditures.
Right.
Because a lot of times we can find a lot of money that ways because, sometimes there are things that we did use or did enjoy once, perhaps not as much anymore.
Yeah.
And when we've done that, now start to allocate funds to making that the past for good. Right? So, when you're allocating, you're reevaluating your expenditures. And if you have returns that are waiting to go back to the store, you can take those back with a happy heart, knowing that lump sum is going down on those borrowing accounts. Right?
Yeah.
Now we've allocated those dollars. We want to make sure that they are being as effective for us as possible. Right? We started to talk about interest rates. Now, credit card interest rates are of the highest.
Yeah, they're
right?
Insane. Yeah.
They are. And so that money that you're allocating might not be working as far for you as you want. So consider consolidating those borrowing accounts perhaps into a line of credit so that your money is working and doing more for you.
Right.
Now that you've done that, you want to keep it going, right? So here are 3 ideas that can help with that.
Okay.
Lowering credit card limits. That can help.
That's smart.
Right?
Yep.
Now, you can do expenditure tracking on some cards, so that'll help you keep connected to your purchases, right?
Yeah.
And then finally, your email inbox, streamlining that. So, we get a lot of promotional emails.
It's a wasteland up in there.
It really can be, right? So consider unsubscribing, kind of releasing some of those pressures that we put on ourselves. Those can all help.
I love it. Okay, really good. We're going to keep it going. We're going to give ourselves grace, and we're going to do better in the future. I love those words. Very good. Listen, I just went through all the apps that I'm paying for monthly. I was like, what am I doing? I'm not using this. I use this once, and I'm paying for it monthly. So there are ways you can find the money to cut back. Thank you so much.
Thank you
She brought some sunshine, and it's about money, and I love that. Always prioritizing how we feel. Okay, if you want to feel differently about your finances this year, Martha has a free download for our viewers. Head to cityline.tv for more details.